Hey guys, this is Logan Jacob. I'm here with another AUM Quicktips video. This one dealing with importing channels and or projects from one AUM project into another. This is one that I find really handy just for my workflow to make things go a little bit faster for me. So let's get right into it here. This will be a pretty quick one, I think. So let's say that I've started out here. I've got a bass line and a keyboard groove, just playing a little 2-5-1 in C major. Sounds like this. So a pretty simple little groove. I'm using the Smoky Road setting in Noise Melody for the keys, and I'm using a Model D, and I think that I am using the Ultra Sub setting that I've tweaked a little bit from Moog Model D for my bass. So I've got my keyboard and bass groove. Now I need some drums, and I know that I've got a pattern set up. I have a file already set up for patterning with multi-outputs, so it's got 8 tracks, all of the 8 tracks coming from patterning, and it's already set up. So instead of having to go through and set up my drums all myself manually, which would take me, a few minutes of time to get everything set up the way I like it, I would rather just import in all of those tracks from another project to make life a little bit easier and quicker for me. So to do that, I'm going to go over here to the big plus square. And instead of hitting audio or MIDI, I'm going to hit the import button. And then it gives me the option to import in from any of my AUM projects. So I'm going to choose my patterning multi-out. And here you can see it pulls up all of the channels in that project. So if I know that I've got a project somewhere that I had a really sweet bass track for and I just wanted to pull in that bass channel, I can do that. And you can select all or none of the tracks as you want. I'm going to select all of them because I want it to pull in this entire drum setup from patterning for me. And then I'm going to hit import 10 channels, and it's going to pull everything in. Okay. Now you heard it start to play in the background a little bit. So patterning is running in the background because it's an interrupt audio. So it started playing that one on its own. But once it got the main output in here that I have muted, it dropped it in. So I do have everything still playing so that my voice is recording in a separate track. But now I've got my drums pulled in, and I can turn those up so you can hear. And for those that are curious, that is the 808 by We Are More drum kit. I love the different drum kits you can get from patterning, and so many of them are free. It's amazing that you can just drop those in. Okay, so I'm gonna route this over to my main mix bus. So then I can turn this up, and I have control of the whole mix from here. And when I bring it all in together, so when I bring it all in together, I've got that sweet little groove exactly the way that I want it. And, I've got 10 channels here in set up from that patterning project, and that would have taken me quite a while to get everything pulled in, plus the effects. And I know some of you guys, I've seen your setups that you like to put just a ton of effects and compression and everything else on your tracks. So that's a pretty long setup process, and now you can just import those in. If you know you're going to use the same drum setup for several different tracks, you can just import in that drum setup. Makes life quick and easy for you. I hope that tip was good for you. And hopefully you'll be able to use that in the future. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down below. Find me on Facebook. You can shoot me a message on Facebook through Messenger, and I'd love to chat with you about stuff, and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. Of course, if you have any ideas, if you have a suggestion that you'd like to throw out there for an AUM Quick Tips video, please drop that in there. I'm trying to get a couple of these out a week, and I'm going to run out of ideas for myself here pretty quickly. So it is New Year's Eve on 2020, so I do hope you have a great New Year's Eve and are happy and safe in the coming new year, and we will see you next time.